4. Alright, we can take a 0 mana, do nothing, or we can take a Hematurge. Let's take a Gnome Muncher over Trash. These are close, huh? I wonder what the stats say. I wonder. That's not what I want to look at. Gnome Muncher, 58, 58. Bone Guard, 59, 56. Interesting. Alright, let's take the Gnome Muncher. I took this guy last time. I feel like I got punished handedly for that. Let's grab a Hipster. I like Cultist. Alright. I like Ripper. You're gonna call me Red the Ripper for nothing. I think a Watcher of the Sun. Ghost Quarter. I think I'll take a Deconstructor here. Just cheap. Double Corpse. I'll take a Eulogizer. Yeah, I'll take a Corpse Explosion. I think our deck card quality looks high enough already that, like, we'll probably want one. Why'd you pick Gnome over Bone? Because it has a higher win rate, and we just talked about that. I don't know if you were listening. But because it's a statistically better card, apparently. I don't really want a second Corpse Explosion, but I'll take a Time Lost Proto Drake. And we'll grab a Cultist here. AoE is good. We will take a Cool Ghoul. It is fine. Bone Guard. Yeah, Bone Guard's a good card. I like Sentinel. I think Glacial Advance is okay, too. Do you want a 3-mana 2/5 taunt or a 3-mana 2/5 taunt that's really a 4/7 taunt with Divine Shield? I think I'll take the 4/7 with Divine Shield. Take a draw, or you can take a Mosh Pit. I think I'd rather just have the draw. Morseless is fine. Let's take a Sidekick. Could take the Pearl Tusk. I have a couple of chunky 6s. We could take another Deconstructor, but I don't think it's that good. This deck is high rolling. Oh, this deck is definitely not a high roll. The high rolls have Viziers, Mechanome Guides, the 5-mana 4/4, Titans, 3 or 4 Hematurges. This is a good deck for sure, but it's probably a lot closer to average than a high roll, which is kind of speaks to the meta more than anything. Blood Tap, Brewmaster. Yeah, let's take Blood Tap. I've got all these like no Munchery cards. Here's a big thing. Yeah, it's got very few bad cards, and it's got some above average cards. The cards that stand out as being above average, I'd say Hematurge, Hipster if you get lucky. Definitely not Hipster if you don't get lucky. Rippers, maybe Gnome Munchers. Like, there's probably 6 or 7, 8 cards that are like noticeably above average in this deck. The strength of this deck is that there are very few like complete duds. Like the last deck had 4 or 5 cards you just never want to draw. You get a couple Hematurges, or if you get the neutral Discovers, that's really what makes the Death Knight decks really strong.
The Lich King versus Jane.
I got 1 or 2 more games, then good night all. Okay, Statman, thank you for hanging out. I may only have a few games left in me tonight too, to be honest with you. What's the 10 health draw 1? We don't see it at all. That's a triple blood card. You really don't see the triple blood cards, or the triple Unholy, or the triple Frost, because you have such a small window where they're actually available to you. Once you take your second rune, then you can no longer get one offered. So those are the rarest of the rare cards. Not necessarily the strongest cards, but they're the rarest. That one's pretty bad though. Unless you have the 3/6 that summons minions when you cast things like that, then it's just not very good. It's usually a bad idea to force triple rune. Depends what you're forcing it for. I mean, it's a bad idea to force anything in life, but you know, I'm not going to take like a terrible card over a premium triple, like over a Marrowgar. I'm not going to take a Blood Mage Thalnos, you know. Future triple rune cards could be more of a mix. What if you do get a triple rune for red from 30 cards? I'm not sure what that means, sorry.
We rise to the warmth of the sun.
I feel like DK should let you select 2 of your 3 runes before your draft starts. Oh, I like the way it is. I think this is more interesting. Otherwise, every DK deck would just be the same, just like every other class. I feel like the other classes should have a random, like, kind of rune collection like DK. I think I'd like that better. everyone just pick the same DK deck over and over again, you know? 30 cards. I feel like I'm granted triple red rune cards. So I'm still not sure what your question is. What if you get triple blood? I mean, then your deck will only have blood cards, right? And if they're good, then that's good. If they're bad, well, that's bad. You should add DK runes to every class's draft, I reckon. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. I think that'd be pretty interesting. It means your first pull triple red, so all 30 can draft as full. I'm not sure what the question is, though. I'm sorry. Maybe I should know what is going on. Is he asking if it's possible? If I stick to only focusing red, I'm destined to get good triple rune cards. Well, no, you're definitely not. If that's the question, you're definitely not destined for that. I'm afraid. Guess I killed this one. Why? Because you're not guaranteed to get anything in any draft ever, right? Like the odds-wise? That's not how the draft works. Not every card has an equivalent offering rate. If it did, then yeah, that could make sense. But you can still be offered neutrals and non-runic types, so it would only skew your odds, you know, slightly. But not, again, not all cards are offered equally. Yes, you would, you know, you would have some slight effects on what you could potentially be offered, yeah. You definitely wouldn't have less odds. You wouldn't have fewer odds of being offered like a triple blood rune card, and the odds you did have that did go up would be very small. Like for example, like Frostworm's Fury is in 1.7% of decks. Alexandros Morgraine is in 1.4% of decks. Plague Grain is in almost 3% of decks. That has something to do with the rarity difference rather than just the lower offering rates for triple blood rune cards because of the smallest amount of time you have to be offered those type of cards. But like, you might be offered more Plagues of Grain, and then, you know, you're not inherently going to get a good triple. You're not going to get Marrowgar at a higher rate. You're going to get maybe Plague of Grain at a higher rate, but not a high rate. Defreya Lord, thank you for the follow. Defreya Lord.
Please help me!
This realm of death is filled with sorrow.
Fiascorf, thank you, Fiascorf. Wow, some great new followers. You prefer it that way? I forgot some cards existed. You know, I think it would be cool if a lot of the cards had similar offering rates. So like not every deck had, you know, 4 Warlock locations, and then you have to make it so no decks get offered that card. And not every deck has, you know, 4 Cosmic Keyboards, and then you have to nerf it so that no cards get it. But I think if you just had everything, all things being equal, and you have a pool as big as it did, you'd get more Stranglethorn Tigers, you'd get more Cobalt Geomancers and stuff, and you'd get less Gnome Munchers, and you would get less, you know, Mechanome Guides or Synthesizes. Your overall kind of like what you got offered would still, I think it would ultimately feel kind of bad.
My blood for the Lich King.
I don't know if this is good. I like how they do it. I feel like they changed that so they do a slightly better job of showing you what you hit. No? Real question is, when it gives you a DK selection by random and then choose what the DK card is, or would pulling 3 of a single rune mean you just get offered less DK cards, period, because the others get re-rolled?
Ready to fight for a better future?
It gives you a class card, then rolls the class card. I don't know how the offering really works, but I think it just pulls from a pool of cards that are possible to be offered, and then like there are weights for like a legendary or an epic or a rare, and then certain of those cards are weighted individually as well. I don't think the draft is like predetermined on pick 1. I think it rolls each one. I don't know if this is good. It doesn't feel that bad. But yeah, that I don't really know exactly how it works. Great Tusk. Oh, great catch. Watch this. That's not a good pack. Alright, let me catch a Pokemon. Tusky? No. Well, kinda. I actually kind of want to buy that Great Tusk card. I think it's like $5. It looks kind of cool. It's very sparkly. Great Tusk EX. Oh, that's a different one. There's like an Iron Tusk or something. It's cool though. Here, I'll show it over here. You want $20? I don't think so. I wonder if Mr. Red has ever fought the Boar King. Is this in Genshin? What the hell's the Boar King?
Your wish is my suggestion.
I remember that nice full art, the EX one. I'll give you a Boar King. And this guy's basically dead. Look at this. It's great. What did it give him? Maybe a Tyrion? What else could it give him? Would it give him a Natalie? That'd be bad. I don't know if it still gives Natalie. I assume so. Is Hearthstone good to play? I have Gwent and Legends of Runeterra. I don't want to be rank 1. Just a high rank and have fun. Flame Lance do 25. They changed Flame Lance. Now it deals 25 for some reason. No, I don't think Hearthstone is good to play right now, Jack Brother, sadly. I would suggest sticking with like different games. I would say probably Magic the Gathering is a better bet if you're looking for a good game. They've got a new expansion releasing on their online client on the 5th. I suggest watching a ton of Hearthstone. Maybe subscribing to a YouTube channel or two. But I wouldn't play it if I wasn't getting paid to play it. I wouldn't. I implore you, if you do play it, definitely don't spend money. You don't want to reward them for putting out a shite product, right? It's like we're doing like an anti-sponsorship for Hearthstone these days. It's fun when you're really good at it. I feel like it's less fun the better you get, which is a sign of a really bad game. I used to play 5 arenas per day. Now I can't even play one full run because I'm so tired of this budget ladder with the same shit everywhere. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. What's up, Starzy? Cosmic Keyboard doesn't contribute to Grand Finale. No, it won't count the thing you summoned for the next thing, no. Hearthstone itself is doing an anti-sponsorship for Hearthstone these days. Yeah, that's fair. They don't need me to, It's him down to 12. Huh? What the hell is that card? I thought it was counterspell. I don't think Blizzard likes the game state. Probably not. Probably not. New expansion fixes the game? Hearthstone? Absolutely not. No, the more expansions they release, the worse it gets, because they keep making terrible expansions.
Let the hunt begin. All will serve me in death.
Blizzard lost a gigantic amount of revenue from all of its games after the fallout with NetEase. Yeah, I can't imagine that was good for them. I can't imagine, no. And, you know, they may have just missed the opportunity to capitalize on all their success. Or, you know, the people that did capitalize on that maybe seized that opportunity to get out of Blizzard and go make different games. You know, they lost a lot of talent to other companies in the last couple of years. Well, in the last 5 or 6 years, 6, 7 years. I'm pretty sure there were more paying customers on the Chinese server than all servers combined. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Based off of, like, how flooded every other server is with, like, just purchased accounts, let alone legitimate accounts, I wouldn't be surprised by that. If I weren't finding the Twitch Arena community, Arena would have been irrelevant to me after year 1 or 2. Instead, I'm here. I have Arena stream flashbacks on my deathbed. Yeah, that's true. You are going to die soon. No, probably not. You're gonna live a long time, Marcos. Sometimes I wonder what they imagine the average player to be and what they can purchase. So many things to buy. I think with games like, not just Hearthstone, just in general, the concern isn't the average player, right? It's about getting, you know, a couple of players, the whales, to contribute a humongous amount and trying to keep the player base as high as possible to increase your odds of finding somebody who's going to spend an exorbitant amount of money, more than what 100 people would spend or 1,000 people would spend. It seems to be like the modern gaming model. I want to play that. Maybe I should have played that. Is that why they call it whale watching? I think so, yeah. If there was a $1 billion arena tournament, would you be tryharding to be number 1? Yeah, sure. $1 billion? Yeah, why not? Embarrass Dreads. Showcase my dominance over him once again. I know some Chinese friends who spent over $10,000 over League of Legends, Hearthstone, and Genshin. Some people are really willing to spend money. Yeah, I mean, some people are willing to, and some people are capable of. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not like a, you know, if I had a ton of money to burn, I mean, why not burn it on video games? 4+2. I don't love it because I have to trade my whole board and develop nothing. And then I just have a 2-1 that dies, and he just farms my board. I try to get a better Remorseless, I think. And he didn't have to have a rush to kill my 7-5 for 2 or whatever. He did, but he didn't have to. Especially if it makes you happy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, being happy is important. I guess I should have started in there, huh? Yeah, these cards all suck. I'll just take an Arcane Shot to get this off the board. Not telling them what to do with their money? Yeah, yeah, of course. I remember Victor, and Victor, 12 wins, Sunbake and Relaxer. He's a very successful Hearthstone streamer, so I don't doubt that he at times in his last couple years of streaming has had money to burn. But I think he said he spent $3,000 or $4,000 on Genshin or something like that. Which, you know, if you're averaging 1,500, 2,000 viewers plus, that's not as much money as it might seem to you. Probably making that several times over a month, but is Victor not streaming? I gotta send him a message. I was thinking about him the other day. I don't know, maybe he just doesn't like Battlegrounds as much right now. I'm not sure. Hopefully he's okay. I've talked to him a bit off stream. Not recently and not about like this stuff, but I really like that guy. He's a real nice dude, so I'm hoping it's, you know, dissatisfaction with the game or busy with other aspects of life. Bombert Dugganson, thank you for the 25 months, 17 in a row. Is he using the Sunbacon Relaxer name on Twitch? Yeah. I mean, that made sense for him to switch to something. It's hard to switch names, but he got so big when Battlegrounds was kind of popping off, and his old name was 12 Wins, and it didn't really make sense, and it was probably annoying answering those questions all the time. Streamed yesterday, might have taken today off. Yeah, he was one of, like, he streamed the most of almost anybody on Twitch for a long time. Almost as, like, he would stream like as much as us, or like Pizza HS. I don't know if he streams as much these days either. That will hit that. So I think I'm just gonna play this and not use it just because it's a good use of our mana. Rather than 1 damage, I could hero power that and then hit there, but... Hey, remember when this was just a cool song and not a weird, like, TikTok song? I remember. Heaven stinking locusts.
Reach for the skies.
Yes, it does. It makes more sense to do this. I remember him and Wobble from that era. Remember when BG's was popping off, he used to stream some really toxic schedules? He would barely sleep. Yeah, him, Wobble. I mean, Tyler streams crazy hours. Tyler and Wobble kind of do similar structures where they'll like stream 17 hours a day for a month or two and then be gone for a month or two or more. You know, that's the joy and the beauty of streaming, especially if you're as big as someone like Tyler and at times Wobble. Like, you can take the time off. And if you're streaming to 1,000, 2,000 people a night, like, you're probably making a ton of money. More than you would think. More than I would have thought when I started streaming. Wobble streamed the other day, 20 hours trying to get 10k MMR. Wobble's so funny. Wobble just cracks me up all the time. I've talked about it. I think Wobble and I think Sunny are like the two funniest streamers in Hearthstone, and then Fino probably. Those are probably the three. You have a TikTok presence, Red, for the stream? No, I don't use TikTok. I probably should. You should be on like every platform imaginable, but it's hard. It's hard to, like, you know, but I have a lot of downtime in the afternoon. Like, I could be doing more, but it's funny because, like, when you work for yourself, you're your own boss. Like, you can always be doing more. There's never any point where, like, you stop saying that you could be doing more. And you kind of have to find a balance of, like, doing stuff for yourself and, like, trying to progress your presence or whatever. Streaming isn't easy as people think it is. You gotta love it. It's a 6 to 8 hour shift job. Yeah, but, like, if you have 0 viewers and you're streaming 6 hours a day, you're not ever gonna break in. You have to invest, like, a lot more than that, I guess. I mean, I know I don't have this. So what am I doing next turn? I guess I can play, like, this and this. But I won't be able to kill what comes out of here. You drive yourself crazy? Yeah. I think that's true about a lot of things. Not just streaming or whatever. You know, if you're not driving yourself crazy, you know, streaming and what you're like, I was driving myself crazy when I was working at Target. Like, that drove me crazy. So, like, I need to play this to get the corpses. But I don't have anything to shoot. You know what I'm gonna shoot? I'm gonna shoot this stupid 1/1. At least this way I get big minions on the board. Do you watch anime or TV shows in general? I don't spend a lot of time watching TV shows and stuff. And I honestly, like, I mean, I really shouldn't. But, like, I kind of want to watch more, like, good stuff. Taz and I are watching The Wire. We're 3 episodes in. She doesn't like it that much. I like it so far. I think it has a lot of potential. I'm kind of excited to see where it goes. I'm also rewatching Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1. And I'm trying to get ready for Season 2. 3, 4. I mean, what am I supposed to swing into? I don't really see how it benefits. Maybe an extra 1/1 does help. Maybe. That I don't love. That I don't like. Chops. He hits my Divine Shield, of course. Darn it. This next turn I played the 2 of them.
Your soul is mine.
Maybe I can kill him. I don't know. Maybe he hits me in the face and I just start chucking things face. Jujutsu Kaisen and The Wire. Insane stack. I'd love to be able to watch both for the first time. So I've seen Jujutsu Kaisen already. Season 1. And then I, you know, was gone for a while. Or whatever, like nothing. And then I watched the movie recently. Because Season 2 was coming out. And then I was like, man, I really don't remember a lot. Boy, I wish I could do that. I guess I could do this. That's pretty solid. But yeah, I'm enjoying Season 1. Although I think I'm approaching... I remember there was a point where they do, like, the exchange program and it kind of drags for a little bit. I think I'm kind of, like, getting to that point. Hey, good night, Stat. I rewatched season 1 just before the arc of season 2 came out as well. Yeah, I'm trying, but I mean, I watch things so slowly.
Give Forsaken Scar Metal a chance, man.
It's just like a obscenely stupid card to play next turn. Yeah, I thought it starts out really good. The first like 2, 3, 4 episodes are really good. And then, I don't know if it's like 4 or 5, Gojo does his first domain. And I remember when I first watched it, when Alez and Twitch chat told me to watch it, I remember I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. I'm in. And nobody, and now no spoilers, of course, but nobody better ever beat Goju. That's just dumb. But I think, you know, I think maybe somebody will someday. But man, he's the coolest. I'm watching the new Bleach 10 years later. It's so good. I think Poet was watching that. I think he said he really liked it. I think a lot of people don't understand the stress of streaming. Yeah, oh, for sure. For sure. Because a lot of people will come in and, like, you know, watch for 10 minutes. And, you know, I do the same thing. You'll come in and watch for 10 minutes, then you'll bounce. And it's like, you might only catch, like, a little 10-minute period. Or you might have, like, these preconceived notions of what it's like. Oh, it's really easy. Or, oh, all you're doing is playing games. But it's a lot more than that, for sure. I watched The Wire a month ago for the first time. Season 4 is one of the best seasons of TV I've ever seen. Well, tell Taz, because she doesn't like it that much so far. I do think some of it might not translate super well. Mabushka, thank you for the follow. Mabushka. I think some of it might not translate super well. She was saying, I don't know if she's here right now, she was saying like the slang the kids were using and the cops and stuff was very confusing. And I could see that for sure. But, you know, me and Talreal, growing up on the streets, it was like, I could understand it perfectly. I watch Red when he's online. What's up, Johns? I'm here and I'm always watching you, even when you are offline. Hey, what's up, Kripali? That's not good. That's not good for me. Or probably you. I'm holding out for being better later, but the first 3 episodes, I just don't get it so far. I like, no, so I don't want to talk too much about it because then chat's going to probably let a spoiler slip or something, but I like the, it feels like a realistic depiction of, like, the people in those scenarios. The cops, I kind of agree, like, they feel kind of cliche and kind of generic, but, like, the kids and the I think that there's, the Baltimore slang is something else, yeah. I think it's good, though. I was telling Taz, and I love Breaking Bad. I feel like in Breaking Bad, like, Jesse and Badger and, like, Tuco and, you know, Skinny Pete and stuff, I feel like they're all written by Vince Gilligan, who's writing what he thinks, like, a white gangster would sound like. And they all, like, none of them come off as that genuine, even though, like, Aaron Paul's a great actor. And those characters are, like, the show is very entertaining, but it always feels kind of disingenuous. And the rest of the show feels like it's trying to be like, kind of, I mean, maybe not. It's so entertaining, but, like, nothing about Breaking Bad is all that realistic. Wire, I guess, just feels like a much more realistic depiction of that type of lifestyle. No spoilers. Or wait, what is WOT? Sorry. Kind of sensitive to some of the content in the show. There's violence. It's suppressing because of how real it is. Yeah. The first 3 episodes of Breaking Bad, you can tell it's so unique and it gets you hooked. Yeah, I would say initially I much prefer Breaking Bad, but I like The Wire a lot. But yeah, I could see that too. I think by the 2nd or 3rd episode of Breaking Bad, I was like all in. And I don't feel like it ever let me down. Walter Jr. is the most infuriating character. Is he? I like Walter Jr. I think he's fine and dandy. I suggest watching We Own This City if you like The Wire. Is that by the same guy? Somebody suggested something else the guy who created The Wire did. I think Chuckles suggested something. Does that chair comfy behind you? I saw a lot of ads about it. Morning all. What's up, Betra? Yeah, it's a comfortable chair. I like it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. I think I have a 1 in 7 chance. Is that right? Oh, never mind. I have lethal. Better Call Saul because I'm a boomer. I like Better Call Saul. I think it's a few notches below Breaking Bad. But that's fine because most shows are going to be. It's not fair to compare everything to Breaking Bad in terms of like whether it's good or not. It doesn't have to be as good as Breaking Bad to be good, certainly not. But Better Call Saul, of course, has a unique position where you kind of have to compare it to Breaking Bad. And I think it's good. I'd give Better Call Saul like a 7 out of 10, and I'd give Breaking Bad a 10 out of 10. I've watched Breaking Bad multiple times. Viking, always liked them from scratch. You watched Viking and Breaking Bad. I watched the first couple episodes of Vikings, and I didn't love it. It felt like a cheap Game of Thrones ripoff, but I didn't make it beyond a couple of episodes. I give you a 3 out of 10. What do you give Better Call Saul out of 10? I think the best stuff in Better Call Saul is as good as the stuff in Breaking Bad. I think there's just a lot more filler, and it just moves at a glacial pace, which is okay if the payoff's really good, but I don't think the payoff's really good. Okay, we're close. We're close. All right, I'll give it like a 7.2. I'll come up for you. I'll come up to a 7.2. Saul has pacing issues. Yeah. And like some of the stories are just not that interesting. A lot of the Jimmy and Kim stuff is not that good. Some of it's good, but a lot of it's not that good. A lot of the Jimmy and his brother stuff is just not that good. And the Howard stuff, some of it is. But most of the Mike stuff is really good. And yeah, most of the Mike stuff is good. I still enjoyed it. Yeah, me too. On my scale, 5 is like an average show. 7's a good score. I would rewatch Breaking Bad. Or I would rewatch Better Call Saul. Oh! Where were we? Better Call Saul. Saul's a cool character, but TV show is not good enough. Yeah. If you're, like, a couple things. One, if you're comparing it to Breaking Bad, like, yeah, I just think a lot of people would agree it's not as good. Some people like it better, which is cool. You know, that's fine. I think if Better Call Saul was the first show that came out, then you would have never got Breaking Bad. Sunny has COVID. Oh no. I hope she feels okay or better soon. Watch Devs. It's by the guy who did Ex Machina. It's great. Nothing touches The Sopranos, Twin Peaks, and Deadwood. Better Call Saul is good if you like Breaking Bad and crave it. Yeah. It's like, it's great if you love Breaking Bad. I think you'll like Better Call Saul. But if you don't like Breaking Bad, you would never watch Better Call Saul. And if you hadn't watched either, I just think more people would enjoy Breaking Bad. Severance is good. I've heard Severance is good and Succession's good. I haven't seen either. I don't watch a ton of TV, and you know, I probably should watch more. But I'm watching The Wire. You know, I'm in. Started The Wire after 20 years of not watching The Wire. I'm in. I'm gonna watch The Wire. Okay. What am I doing with my turn?
Give Forsaken Scar Metal a chance, man.
I watch a shitload of TV. Dogwood has dog shit parts, and I like Deadwood a lot. How do you? So, what's your approach to watching TV? Can I? It's gonna sound silly. So, do you work like a 9 to 5, and then you come home and you're like, okay, let me put on and like sit down and watch 4 hours of TV? I don't know. I just find it so hard to
Keep it real.
like, sit down and watch stuff sometimes. You ever see El Camino? I thought it was a letdown. I did see El Camino when it first came out, and I don't remember it at all, which is a testament to probably how kind of unnecessary it was. I remember thinking when it came out that it felt like an unnecessary episode. Like it felt like a 2-hour episode of Breaking Bad, but like when the story already wrapped up like perfectly neat and clean, you know. I probably enjoyed it somewhat because again I enjoy Breaking Bad so much, but yeah, I don't know if it was really necessary. Yeah, but I do remember it was kind of like, it did feel kind of like, why did we do this? And why is Todd so fat? I don't binge. I watch 1 to 2 episodes at a time, but like every day. I do a job, workout, pick out a movie or show I'm gonna watch for 2-3 hours. I say I do that most nights, and then I have you or Bozo Dreads on in the background. So you play on your phone, or you just like put your phone in another room. How do you go about picking like what to watch or whatever? Do you just kind of flip through randomly? Or do you have like a website you go to, or you're just like, oh, like, yeah, so-and-so said I should watch this? I feel like there's almost too much stuff to watch, and as a result, I watch less stuff, and I just feel overwhelmed at the prospect of watching something. Or I'll be like today before the stream, I was like, oh, like, I don't know, like, do I want to watch like an episode of this or that, like, you know, 20-minute something? I was like, I'm just gonna put it on YouTube, and then I ended up putting on YouTube, and I just watched like a video about like cheat codes in Pokemon. And then I'm like, I don't know, I just feel like like so much easy. It's like so silly. It's like easier to watch.
The streets are not safe.
It's easier to watch like a Pokemon YouTube, and then it's like if you miss something, it doesn't matter. On my computer, it's next to me with you dumbasses, and then my TV is on. I don't watch stuff on my phone. I'm not a zoomer. No, do you watch stuff with, like, or do you have your phone? Like, are you, like, playing Marvel Snap? Are you doing a crossword puzzle? I feel like sometimes I'll put something on, and then I'm kind of like, I don't know. I feel like more and more it just gets harder and harder to sit and do one thing at a time. Maybe that sounds silly, but I'm like, oh, I'm doing my dailies, or oh, let me read Reddit while I'm watching this, or I don't have ADD, Red. I have a plan and I stick to it because I'm an adult. Yeah, being an adult does sound nice. Should have hit first. I could have had one more health. So I don't play games that have dailies. I don't do 3 things. You're on like super quiet and I have my stories on. Again, I'm not a zoomer. I don't need 4 things for my brain to be happy. So am I a zoomer? I mean, I'm almost Dreads' age, so I thought I was like an old fart. But I guess I must be a zoomer.
My blood for the Lich King.
Bum, 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 bum.
This night I roll evacuate.
The sun incinerates you.
You're old and rotting, but sounds like you're a bit of a zoomer brain, yes. My 35-year-old colleague was watching Dragon Ball Z yesterday and we had almost nothing to do. Yeah, there you go. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with that, right? I usually have 4 streams pulled up and muted while I read a book. Yeah. See, I can kind of relate to this. We're 8, 10, 15.
Hey, give me that.
Alright, I'm gonna bank on him not having another secret. Reading is reserved for weekends. I'm born in 2001. I don't need 4 things going on to be happy, but I don't mind it. You don't mind it, you heard him. 4, 8, 13 lethal. Wow, you're doing great. You're doing great out there, Redbeard. 4, 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 plus 1. Well, we'll just have to figure out what that equals. Bum, 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 bum. Well done, interloper. Alright. Yeah, I don't really do 2 streams at once. I used to, when I first started streaming and watching Twitch, I would usually have 2 or 3 streams pulled up. And now I just commit to having 1. It just stresses me out too much. It's like, forget it. Jurassic Park was in theaters this week, Mr. Ramp, the anniversary. It was fun going to see it for the first time in a movie theater. I was too young to see it back then. I know I didn't go. I was contemplating it. But I'm going to go watch The Goonies in the theater. Do you think that's cool or no? Maybe tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Maybe Monday. Maybe Monday. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, I wanted to go see Jurassic Park. I wonder if it's still how long they're showing it. I hope it's not gone. But if it is, it's okay. I missed it. And
Can't be good.
Sunday. I can see The Goonies, but it's at 3. I'll probably be asleep still at 3. Jurassic Park is on all day. Wait, it's in 3D? I don't want to watch it in 3D. And then on Monday, The Goonies at 7. And maybe I'll try to do that. And then Jurassic Park is still there Monday. But if I see The Goonies, then I can't see Jurassic Park. They're doing Howl's Moving Castle September 23rd and September 26th. Tuesday, The Goonies, Jurassic Park. All right, maybe I'll try to go. I'm gonna try. I'm definitely gonna go to The Goonies. What year is this? I've never watched The Goonies. What's so great about it? Nothing. If you didn't watch it when you were a kid in 1992, I know it came out in like 1984. You'll probably hate it, but is The Goonies still showing? They do like special showings. They have like a theater or 2 where they'll show retro movies at the theater around here. I didn't notice it so much in LA actually. I don't know why they do it, but I saw Raiders. That's the only movie I went to. But I keep a lookout. Might have missed Spirited Away. I think they're actually showing Spirited Away on Halloween, like a couple nights before Halloween. You skip your Goonie plan? No, I didn't really plan to go. Today was the first day, but they're showing it at 3 p.m. I've been sleeping like 8 or 9 until like 4 or 5. So I'd have to set an alarm, and I just don't want to do that.
One's out on me.
Plus, I don't know. Kind of hoping it'll be like a cloudy, rainy day, and I can ride my bike to go see the Goonies. Man, I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna have so much fun. Oh god. I'm really gonna enjoy that. Why do you feel like a lot of players use discard back? Because you actually will get this one automatically changed. Your card back will automatically change to this if you play somebody who has this one. It's a pretty cool gimmick, actually. I kind of liked it. But you have to go back and manually change it, or you have to have had like card back set to random. Otherwise, you'll always have this one until you change it. It's like a car, I think, and it's like he's spreading like a disease or something, like a sickness around. They do the Miyazaki movies more than like any others, I swear, for re-release in theaters. Is that bad? I like the Miyazaki films. I haven't seen them all. There was a couple I wanted to check out, but I just can't go. I mean, I could. I just don't go and like live at the theater, you know? I could. You know, heavens knows I don't have crap to do most days. Any Grave of the Fireflies enjoyers never fails to make me bawl. I've heard that movie is very sad my entire life, but I don't even know what it is. It's an animated film? Is that a Miyazaki film? Spirited Away was such a good one. It's a shame we lack movies with such good stories these days. That is a shame. Yeah, I think Spirited Away is an incredible story. Beautiful animation. I really like it. I like that it's a story about like a young girl who works hard to kind of like find her place in this strange world, and then starts to become self-sufficient, and then sort of overcomes a lot of the difficulties and stuff. Plus, it's just interesting, you know. I watched a bunch of them recently. The favorites were probably Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, and I watched The Cat Returns the other day, and that one was silly and fun. Very enjoyable movies. I have not seen Howl's Moving Castle, and I don't know what The Cat Returns is. That's a Miyazaki film? Red doesn't like most movies with story, to be fair. They make his brain hurt. That's not true. I like movies with story. I loved Hook when I grew up. I've never seen Hook, and I dated a woman once that watched Hook like every day. It felt like she watched Hook every day I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm watching Hook. And like sometimes I go over. I never watched the movie. If it was on, I just wasn't watching it. Hook is shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any opinions on it. Isn't Robin Williams in it? I think Hook is probably it is oddly specific. If Hook, it's the movie that was on the most while I was in a room that I've never seen. Yeah, by far. That's a terrible sequencing of things that do nothing for me. You know what? I'm honestly just gonna do this just to cycle through my deck. What can I do though, you know? Julia Roberts has probably had a coke problem during it, and Spielberg shits on it. Did Spielberg direct it? Or does he just shit on it? Breaking Bad is probably my favorite. Hook is definitely a very good movie. My favorite movie when I was a kid, I'm 43. SNES, Hook was very nice too. Julia has always had a coke problem. I really don't know much about Julia Roberts.
Well played.
I guess you could have a taunt, right? And then I can set up a cultist, perhaps. Spielberg directed it. Oh, okay. Add a random mage spell to your hand. Hook. 1991. Robin Williams. An adult Peter Pan must return. Steven Spielberg. Dustin Hoffman. More like this. Jumanji, The Goonies. Man, I love The Goonies. Cats is great, and they're all bad. Is Robin Williams bad? I'm not super familiar with Robin Williams' work. But I feel like I haven't seen too many things with him. I feel like he's never bad. Because even when he's bad, he's just like manic and crazy and funny. But again, I haven't seen Hook. The cast is only as good as the director. Well, Steven Spielberg's like one of, if not the best living directors. So they're all bad. It's incredible. Kid actors obviously ruin it the most because kid actors suck 9 times out of 10, but no one is good. Okay, 2 questions, unrelated. Well, semi-related, but moving to a slightly different subject. What do you think of Leon the Professional? And what did you think of the kid actors from Stranger Things? And what do you think of the kid actors from The Goonies? I will await your response. For a specific genre and type of film, Spielberg is a great blockbuster director. Yeah, but isn't everything he directs it just becomes a blockbuster typically? No? You think he sought out to make Hook and not have it be a blockbuster? I've never seen it. I've never seen one episode of Stranger Things. The Professional is overrated but perfectly watchable. How come you don't want to watch Stranger Things? Season 1 is quite good, I think. I think season 1 of Stranger Things is quite good. But I think the kids in it are actually not that good. 11 is okay. And the Dustin's good too. And the other 3 kids are really not that good. But maybe that's just like my opinion, man. I don't really like most of what Netflix makes generally, so I didn't care to watch it. Oh, well. I feel like they make so much stuff that like I don't even know. I can't even keep track of like what they make and so on and so forth. It feels like I could probably name like 6 Netflix shows and they probably made 600. But maybe they didn't. That's just how it feels. I'm just gonna sit. I know he's just gonna bop me around. But what are you gonna do? Leon is in a genre of its own. A perfectly good action movie with a weird love story and a bunch of cringe moments. Yeah, I don't like that movie very much, and I don't really understand why Twitch chat loves it so much. So I was curious what Chuckles thought of it. I also thought the guy who plays the villain, like the police guy. I'm gonna get in trouble for not knowing his name. I thought he was horrible. Just horrible in this movie. Oldman? Yeah, Gary Oldman? I don't know, man. I didn't get it. Felt kind of icky. Yeah, I didn't really get that. Twitch chat didn't seem to mind. I don't really know, like, 100% the context or anything. It's weird. Oldman does a lot of campy performances. 21? Yeah, I don't know, it just felt weird. Like, it didn't make sense that, like, a police officer would ever act this way. Nothing about the girl and Leon's relationship, like, just in terms of her being an assassin, none of that made sense. All the cops, like, you know, killing her family, like, that didn't make any sense. Nothing in that movie made sense. Oldman does really act in the style of something Luc Besson's directing. He loves people to be freaky like that. Fifth Element is another movie of him. You know, I've never seen The Fifth Element, so maybe I need to check that out. I mean, I know of The Fifth Element. That's got to count for something. I've had The Fifth Element on. That's probably number 2 for movies that have been on the most while in the company of a woman. I didn't watch The Fifth Element. What Bruce Willis's best movies? It's sort of like the thing before Tarantino to be baby's first playground film sort of thing for some. Sorry, I don't know what that means. 4, 3? No. 4 down to 6. So I won't be able to activate that if I play that. 3? Sorry. I have to do it like this.
To the warmth of the sun.
It's like you want cred with your movie buddy, so you drop Have you seen The Professional? Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Everybody needs a casket.
Really? It's the movie you bring up around non-movie watchers. You try to impress upon them how cultured you are. Okay, so that explains why Twitch chat loves it so much.
Rise and serve your king.
Luke Besson is great and he's also crazy. He once claimed to have seen every film ever made. That's pretty funny. Can't claim that. Alright, 7-0 is better than 6-0. We're gonna keep trying to get some wins. We can keep talking about movies too. I haven't really thought about Hearthstone. It's been great. It's easier to not think about Hearthstone when you're just winning a bunch. I'm telling you, man, they really need to just make it so streamers just get to win all the time. And everybody who watches the streamers too, they can win all the time. We can all talk about how great Hearthstone is. They just need to flood Arena with sophisticated bots that don't just have 5 Titans in their deck all the time.
I will fight with honor.
You could not stop me then.
You will not stop me now.
Well met.
He dated a 15-year-old when he was 32 and made Valerian. One of the worst movies you've ever seen. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Any of that. What are we doing here? It's just playing a 2-3. It's lucky. That's a decent idea. Some auto wins to counter the auto losses versus the barcodes. Yeah, right? They seem to not care at all that people get scammed and screwed, but they don't seem to be super keen on giving the player base like a fair... anything fair. I don't care about the stealth. I just want the +1/+1. If he had something on board I was, protecting, or if I had like a Defender of Argus or something and I wanted to try to keep an extra minion on board, maybe then it would make more sense to me, I think.
They will break upon the sands.
I think Leon only works because Jean Reno, is that his name? Jean Reno is an incredible actor and a cool dude. Yeah, he was great. He was probably the best part of it. I for sure, he was good. And maybe I've seen some other stuff with him, but I don't immediately recognize him, or didn't.
Accidents. They happen, you know?
Randomly generated Sunwell. Yeah, it's certainly not a guarantee you get to win, but not a bad thing to roll. I mean, this is a sick combo. Until end of turn, your next dragons get Taunt and Divine Shield. Yeah. It was in some of the early Mission Impossible movies. I've never seen a Mission Impossible movie. I guess this stops, like, some things. I need more corpses. I have corpses. I can go 2-4. Never seen a Mission Impossible movie? Shake my head. Yeah, we talked about this. I think I already got chastised for that from you. We didn't watch, I don't know, I'd have to ask my dad if he just doesn't like Tom Cruise or something. Action films we watched always had Arnold, Chuck Norris. My dad liked Chuck Norris a lot.
It's boogie time.
I don't know if I should be afraid. I feel more comfortable making the trade because I have Sunwell and because I can't Drake yet. Arnold, Jackie Chan. Even like Sylvester Stallone. Shadow Word Death. Give it to me right now. Dude, I got Shadow Word Caca. I'm gonna hit here, even though we have this. I'm not convinced I'm gonna play that. I'd just like to incentivize him to make some trades, and I would like to at least have the option to... You brought it up again? So F you again. Me? I didn't. Somebody else, you guys brought up Mission Impossible. I never bring up Mission Impossible because I didn't watch it. This Paladin deck's pretty good. It's crazy. The good Paladin decks are chock full of class cards. Nothing but class cards. And yet I thought we lowered the rate of class cards. Oh wait, the decks that don't get a bunch of neutrals will always stomp everybody that doesn't get them. Ah, now I understand. Well, luckily we figured that out now. We won't make the same mistake in balancing next time. What else do you never bring up? I don't know. That's a dang good question. I'm not so sure. I wish I had held this, because then I could play one in promo. What if I don't play? What if I just double winter? Double winter? Trade, trade, trade. I keep it 3-1.
My rule is eternal.
I mean, burning a card is fine, right? That dies, those die. I've seen Goodfellas. Yeah, I love Goodfellas. I'd put Goodfellas on my short list of favorite films. I like Goodfellas. I like Casino. I like The Godfather. Double Winter's better? Yeah. Yeah, it is better, huh? If he like dumped his whole hand here, that could be cool. There's one more dragon. I'm just kind of like, you know it's gonna be a Sarah, right? Like, oh lord. So I can shoot one. And chop one. I could leave something up and shoot and go like 3 and 3. Isn't bad.
My rule is eternal.
Could have. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna do this.
Frostborn hungers.
No buffs, no stupid stuff going on here. Got a removal for a large minion. I've got some AoE. I've got a bunch of large minions of my own I can play. Double Ysera now. I can kill the big one. It's nice too. I could just nether here. I don't think I like that though. Yeah, buff could be good. Make you laugh how? Like I'm here to entertain you? I'm like a clown? The Untouchables? I think I've seen the Untouchables once, but I'm not I think I saw it in school. I feel like they threw it on in one of my classes once.
They will break upon the sand.
But I would need to see it again. Hey Zelda. Where's my turn? What's my turn? I can't see, dude. Can you block? Can you get out of my way? I don't want a hero power, I do. Maybe I should have played this. Oh no, I want to play this. I'm buffing him. I'm hitting there. I'm chopping there. I'm going face. Hitting there. What does that buy me? Just one of these? What happened? I'm at full health, that's good. Oh god, I dropped my Pokemon cards. DK Cash made it to 8-0 somehow. This deck? I mean, it's not a bad deck. But yeah, I don't think it's like, and I mean, I definitely don't think we've won already. Do I want to play this? Queen Ari with the sub. Queen Ari with the sub. What an absolute delight. Wait, hold on. I can't mod Queen Ari right away. What if it's a fake Queenie? It could be, right?
A will is done. The streets are not safe. This can't be good.
I'm Queenie from the Upside Down. Tell us about She Loves family history so we know that it's really you. Queenie, what is my nickname? Weaselwort. Everybody knows that. No, we'll need something more specific. Oh yes, Shelob, daughter of Ungoliant. Oh, it's her. Story checks out. I was listening to In Deep Geek. I don't know if you ever check out that channel. I think I sent it to you once. and I was listening to him babble about, this is today. I was listening to him babble about, Balin's Bane, Durin's Bane, sorry, Durin's Bane. And he was talking about, what are they called? Anyway, he was talking about them. I was thinking about you. I was riding my bike. Like, if Queenie was alive, I'd send her this. Many of her offspring formed Erided Gorgoroth. A Balrog, right? Yeah, yeah. It was like talking about the power of the Balrogs. So I was like, oh, okay. Okay, do I have lethal? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna kill this guy. I'm a little distracted, to be fair.
Reach for the skies.
Run for hell! Just a drop.
Fast forward to 2092 when Queenie joins chat as Queen 17_Ari, and Red is complaining about balancing in the meta. Keep deleting Twitch, but then I miss you guys. Don't you think you would at some point be like, well, I'm just not going to delete it anymore because you know you're going to be back?
I sure hope they do.
You could be watching The Wire instead of whatever the F you're talking about right now. I was riding my bike. I was listening to a podcast. And if I finish The Wire, then I can listen to a podcast about The Wire. That's part of the reward for finishing these TV shows and movies and stuff. Then you can just put on more podcasts. Because Bill Simmons is only on fantasy football right now, and I have nothing to listen to. Simmons' football takes are maybe his most unhinged, crazy old man takes. That's good content. I just don't follow the NFL enough, and I follow it, but I don't follow it close enough to know what the hell they're talking about most of the time. I listen once NFL season starts, but like weird obscure fantasies and like over and unders in the summer. Like I actually did listen to part of the Over Unders podcast because I actually like Cousin Sal a lot. I think he's very funny, and I just wanted to hear him say that the Patriots were going to finish first in the AFC, whatever East. Are they in the East? And then Sal's telling me he's an idiot, and then I just need to now I can follow the Patriots a little more closely and root for them to lose. You know? Okay. Have you been on any motorcycle adventures with Gabby? Oh yeah, how's your sister? Was Gabby the one? I'm sorry, this is rude. Was Gabby the one that used to hang out here? She didn't come by too much. Am I crazy? These modes been pretty fair for a no loss deck. Hey, what do you know? Last 4 opponents, no purchased accounts. Yeah, does seem to have a beneficial effect on your ability to have fun and play fair games and also find success. Strange as it is. I recruited a new follower for you during the pandemic. What a throwback. Gabbo the puppet used to hang out here. No, Queenie's sister Gabby used to hang out here. And then she lost her chicken badge and she never came back. Ever since then she hated it here. She hated us. Even more than Queenie already hates us. I want the option to keep my coin for these 6s. At least this way I take everything off the board. Gabby was the one with the special ID for partying, right? Yeah, that was Gabby. That was our Gabby. 4 and 1, coin 6. I don't know, I just want this option. I want him to have not played a Divine Shield minion here. I wish he had just played a Chill Wind Yeti. Your favorite thing to do was call chat members little SOBs, right? Only if you paid the premium fee, I think. The lore of this beard channel gets weirder every day. Yeah, you've been here a long time, but some of these guys, funny enough, they kind of predate you, huh? 2's not enough. I have all these great answers, he's just not playing a board that lines up well for me. Hey, Gravel Hoppenspock, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. Huge raid, 1 million viewers. Or close to it.
Ready to fight for a better future?
I can't chop anything. I can shoot that though. It's like so close every turn. Let me guess. I haven't even looked. I'm assuming I went second. Because every turn I'm like 1 mana off or 1 damage off. I don't know. At least the 1-2 threatens something, no? So what are you goofy goobers up to? Just playing our beloved Hearthstone? You know how we love that? Definitely no flaws. Definitely no qualms for this wonderful game these days. Why am I dead again? How am I dead? Ugh. Cassie was a mod, but she got demoted to streamer girlfriend. That is probably a demotion, depending on depending on who you ask. Yeah, Taz has been in America, but she's in Australia now. How much did I miss? Life moves fast. Life's moving. It's shaking. Shaking and it's moving.
This realm of death is filled with sorrow.
That's about it. The rest of us are just doing the same old crap. I don't have any corpses. How do I not have any corpses? Where did I use them all? Oh, I used them all last turn. You blew it, Queenie. You were late. That's amazing. She's wonderful. She is a wonderful woman. And what a woman. Chop there and hit there. I guess I'm just doing this. I'm almost dead, so I don't really have a huge luxury again. God, Zelda, Queenie. Who's next? Alez, maybe? Taz may or may not have a compromising voice recording of mine. Don't remind her. Compromising? Zelda, I think you're living a little fetish life. Well... Oh man, I was gonna say he's running out of resources. Something you should never say in a game of modern Hearthstone, I suppose.
This can't be good.
Just let it be anybody but Poet, for the love of God. What'd you do all summer without us? That's an interesting question. That's yet another interesting question. I worked at a winery. Kinda cool. Do you still work there? I just can't imagine leaving Twitch, getting a real job, interacting with like real humans of your own age, socially well-adjusted. It sounds horrible. That sounds terrible. Game of Hearthstones. Father of Dragon. Father of Dragon. I heard it was made from mushrooms. Some wine probably is. Doesn't some coffee it gets made with bat poop? I heard that. 3 mana. Plague Strike. Interesting. Yo, 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 yo. Hipster, Scourge.
Kalimdora Palooza was better.
Could be good. I might not have a board. 1 to 14. I guess I'll take it.
This realm of death is filled with
Bad positioning for Hound. There were drunk old people that were very interesting. Old people? Interesting? I'm not understanding. Oh, you know what we can do? Pause, even though that song rules. In honor of Queenie's return. One of the only songs she liked. Can be time. What the hell's going on? I looked away and my board's gone. Remember how you bitched about never getting Muncher? Now you get 8 of them in every deck. You truly have become dreads. No, I made a, Wait, did I have lethal? No, because I couldn't play both. No, I just made a observation that I never get Muncher. I don't bitch. I moan. I don't bitch. I'm noticing when you don't dominate the board, you don't repeat the card's summoning lines. When you don't dominate the board, you don't blah blah blah. I love when you repeat the hipsters. You're not dreads unless you're a 3 Titan gamer. I see more dreads in red every day. Maybe as you get older. As you get older, you get much less handsome, much less witty.
The Lich King versus Jaina.
My sorcery will prevail.
The past is dead.
Once Red commits to OnlyFans and the money is dried up, you will see dreads in Redbeard. Literally. Oh, yuck, dude. That's a pretty funny joke, though. It's clever. That makes me sick. This deck goes 12-0. It would be one of the arena runs of all time. I'm trying my best to go at least 9-0. Lifesteal's pretty thick if I can get a target to swing my weapon into. Who's holding an Evolve Lackey in their hand? You just summoned Poet. that damn Evolve Lackey gets referenced fairly often. The video game crevasse won't be the only crevasse Dreads will be falling in after Redbeard starts his OnlyFans. Why would I have sex with Dreads? That doesn't seem nice. I have to hit it first, and then I swing? Is that right? I'm freaking out. This could be good. 4, next turn it'll be 2. You know what? I'm just gonna hero power, and then I can just buff those 2. Then I can get a big hipster that'll stay out of range of some of the AoE. Dreads was talking about eating ass rather than crushing it the other day. It was equally as unsettling. It's definitely not less unsettling to think of that man, you know, doing sexual relations. That's... Thankfully, he's only got 2 kids, so we can naturally assume he's only ever done it twice. Would have liked this one buff, but what are you gonna do? For Twitch chat. You have a small wooden stick with a potassium chlorate. Sounds like a match. To me? Who? What? You have skin crumbs. He has dirty legs. Sounds like a match. Now that's a language that I understand. Crumbs. The Dreads bidet discussion was appalling. Yes. I remember that. The part that really did it for me was when he implied he was going to need to use a handheld bidet and put it inside of his body to get a proper cleaning. I didn't really understand, nor did I want to. That was when I decided to go for a walk and rethink my my life. Oh baby. New follower, if it ain't Warrior Cat. Thank you for the follow, Warrior Cat. It's gonna end with Amanda pegging him. Pegging him? How's it possible to get paid a cat with that much gold to be worth 20 cents though? They farm it using mercenaries and botting. It doesn't take much effort. Yeah, very cheap.
Keep it real.
Really close to just having lethal here. Why is this 9-win mage deck so awful? Is it? Angry Hellhound's fine. Molten Rune is broken. I haven't had one in 15 mage drafts. 20 maybe? Book, Splitter. Really, we're probably what we're seeing. He went second. And I played a 5-5 on turn 3 with lifesteal. You know? 100 gold is worth roughly $1 in Hearthstone, though. To Blizzard, not to the people who can get it for free. Then it becomes worth much, much less, right? That's the value that Blizzard put on it. It's not the value we put on it, because we don't have to spend anything to get it. So it's about how much can we get while spending the least amount of time. And then that brings down the price of gold. And since people are botting it, like while being AFK, it's like it takes 0 time to get basically infinite gold. Then it becomes a problem of having enough bots running. Then it becomes just a matter of how many bots do you have running. And how difficult is it to run one bot? Apparently not very difficult. You're probably running multiple instances on one computer, right? 10, 20, 1, 5? It doesn't really matter at that point. Ari deleted us. Yes, she did. She did. Okay, I gotta pee, but since we're gonna throw this bad boy up on YouTube, I don't want to give them a big break. I want to buy an account with 5,000 gold for 20 cents. 5,000 gold costs you like 5 or 10 bucks. One arena run costs you like 20 cents sometimes. I've been buying cards like a sucker. That's the fool's way. So hopefully we didn't just waste a minute and a half of YouTube's time. I care about them too much.
The Lich King versus Jaina.
I've never been able to enjoy duels, but I enjoy watching Regis suffer. Yeah, I think duels is actually kind of fun to watch. Actually, it's hard to like it's hard to conceive of getting into it because it's just so, it's like more overwhelming than Arena for somebody who doesn't play it, I think. I think Duel is cool. Arena's unplayable in Arena. If you play at night, I can see why Red plays on EU. Yeah, is it like this time? This time is a thing? I feel like, yeah, maybe, I mean, I can't change my shift time though, right? On NA. It's tough on EU too at times, but yeah. Yeah, it's kind of unplayable on NA, huh? This time is pretty soft on EU. I mean, you get more legitimate players. I guess that... Oh, I thought I was a mage. I guess I sort of am here. I don't really have to do that because it's not pulling anything. I could try to... Probably daytime in Asian countries when it's the night in the US and that has a factor. Yeah, maybe.
Your soul is mine.
Yeah, maybe. What am I doing with my turn? Dying in this game.
My blood for the Lich King.
I mean, none of this is acceptable, right? I have no idea.
You shall suffer.
Dead man shredded.
Honest question, if you could maintain your current viewership and whatever future growth may arise from playing Hearthstone, what other game would you prefer streaming? I have no idea. Monster Train, probably. Shut up and twerk, Zelda. Shake that big caboose. You heard the lady, Zelda. Shake your ass. Monster Train is fun. Do you have the googly eyes on? Of course. I should have equipped this first.
The loss will be mourned, and you.
Red, please say Slay Queen. Slay Queen? Shave? No, I said shake. But Zelda may need a shave down there too. I don't know.
Magical might in the spotlight.
Why does that deal 3 but he only takes 1? Shouldn't he take more? I feel like he should.
A willing judge.
Is mine.
Love this song. This song's great. Please say, hey, baby, want to touch my tentacles. Remember when you played TikTok by Kesha? I remember when I starred in the music video, co-starred in a movie TikTok with Kesha. Yeah, I remember that. The way the card's written, spell damage shouldn't change it. I agree. Don't make sense that it does. Can't really do anything about that. So let's just go face, I guess. Which card? Whatever the hell he played there. Fatigue card? Crescendo? Crescendo? Kesha created the TikTok app. She must be really rich. Mecha Gnome Guide. Playing some crap here disrespects me. Redbeard. Noble. Noble player. Hey Queenie, are you still here? I have something to tell you. Hello, sir. Red of Arena. What's up, Dealy?
My blood is coming. Dead man shredded.
The whispers. I can't resist.
Oh, the whispers. I can't resist. I'm here for a beer, but don't lair or cheer. For that I fear. And it's not very clear. What the hell did you just write? We opened a serially numbered Ring of the Dwarf. What do you think about that?
Halt, citizen. It is not safe.
Tenno, what parallel universe have I wandered into? Yeah, one of the ones numbered to How much is it? Like 1,500, 2 grand maybe? 1,500? I'm sure they're gonna bring up a clip of me sounding like an idiot when we opened it. If not, feel free, now would be the time. What did you open? I'm out of touch. Alright, I don't want to listen. Do I sound like an idiot? I was excited though. I just wanted Poet to... be excited. I wanted him to be jealous also, which I think he is. The odds... I don't know what the odds of opening one was. Like 1 in like 1,000 or something? Or 10,000? But you can see on the card, the little serially numbered in the middle on the left. There's 700 in existence. Yeah. They made elven versions, and there's only 300 of them. And they made human versions, and there's only 900 of those. Like the 9 rings of men, the 7 rings of dwarves, and the 3 elven rings. So it's kind of like, you know, an homage to that, or a reference to that. They make it so there is only 1 ring to rule them all? Yeah. Somebody opened it and sold it to Post Malone for $2 million. You didn't hear about that? I thought you would, like, keep up on that. Yeah, they made a 1 of 1 ring, serially numbered to 1. Yeah. Got sold to Post Malone, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Wind Fury?
We rise to the war.
Hi, Mr. Red Bar.
Hey, thank you so much, Clabby, for the 24 months. Imagine opening that. We opened, I don't know, 10 collector's boosters on stream. I was pretty convinced I was going to get one. I got 2 foil borderless Orcish Bowmasters. I also opened a Balin's Tomb, which is an Ancient Tomb reprint. We did overall pretty well, I think. What if some kid had opened it and farted on, boogered on it? Yeah. That was kind of the fun, is like, you don't know where it ends up or what happens with it. I thought that was part of the fun. Yeah. I was hoping it would... They got it after... I think he opened it on the 1st or 2nd, 3rd day, and then it kind of got announced like 2 or 3 weeks later. Maybe only like 2 weeks. And I was really hoping that it would... Even if I... obviously, you can't expect to get it. But I was really hoping it would go a long time. Because, like, could you imagine if right now the ring hadn't been found? People would still be hyped on it, right? MDZ Machine. Thank you, Machine, for the follow. It got PSA rated an 8. It was a 9, yeah. The packs would hold value over time, or better yet, increase. Yeah, exactly. It'd be, like, really fun. And it would be more, like... It would be more, It would be more flavorful if the ring just got kind of lost for years, you know? The collector's packs are holding their value still. Yeah, there's still the serially numbered rings, which are cool. And the set's just cool, too. Imagine how much a pack would cost now, yeah. And as people opened up more and more, they would just get, like, more and more expensive, right? That's okay. I mean, what can you do? Somebody got it.
Most intriguing.
Imagine how much a Queen Ari card would be worth. Well, who's the artist? Who's painting her? What if they now release 1,000,001 rings just to piss off Post Malone? Well, he would have the original first one. So his would probably be the one that people would care about, right? If everyone had one, then they don't have it, then they're not valuable. What the flip? You'd be whacking me. I have so much life gain. I better draw a Gnome Muncher this turn. And never draw any plagues. Arcanite Shitter. Chop, trade. I don't hate that. It's good to get these 2 down on the same turn, maybe.
Your soul is mine.
Because he can't hero power them both. I actually have all these 1 health minions. First dose of coffee goes 12-0, now you. I went 12-0, what, 6 times this week? Dose is a great player. He's doing great out there. You offer them pizza delivery boy anything. He takes your azaleas. Pardon me? 1 ring to rule them all. 1 ring to find them. 1 ring to bring them all. And then the darkness bind them.
Arena until they do something about this fucking terrible meta or until meta changes. I'm the happiest man alive.
Hey, thank you so much, Quantum, for the 19 months. How can you be the happiest man alive if you're not playing Hearthstone Arena all day, every day of your wretched life? Wish that didn't happen. starting to freak out I'm not going to make it to 9. What do I have in my deck? I have 1 Frost, 2 Unholy. He has a coin, so he's trying to coin out his Scourge. Unfortunately, he's going to be able to coin out his Scourge before me. 5, 1. I need a No Muncher. Corrupted Ashbringer. No Muncher would be the draw that I want this turn. So he coins out his Scourge. Unfortunately, his will all get to attack before mine. So we need him to low roll his Scourge, and I need to high roll my Scourge. Could it be a Marogar? Has he played another type? Looks like it's a Scourge. It's not a Scourge. Could be a Marogar. Okay, I didn't high roll mine. Didn't high roll it. How does he have a Scourge? Because he's 11-0. Hey Jane, how are you? And he's held his coin. He held his coin till 8. So he's either coining out an 8 or a 9. This guy should have stealth. Worst Scourge I've ever seen. This is a pretty average Redbeard Scourge, I'd say, yeah. 15-15 in total stats. I don't know if I got up to 15-15. 10, 16, 10, 13. It's like a 16-20 or something. With no death rattles, no taunts, no rush. And this guy's great. If you can hide him behind a taunt or whatever. That would have been swell. It's almost as good as a Redbeard Scourge. You got yours off of Hipster. That doesn't mean anything. He could just have it in his opening hand. Just puts a card that's not in his deck, not a card that's not in his hand or deck. It does mean something. It doesn't mean much. He can't heal. You look tasty. Deck Tracker doesn't have early turn cards. I'm not sure what that means. But he had cards in his hand from the beginning of the game. So if it's a Scourge, it doesn't have to be in his deck. You can just... It can be in his hand, but not his deck, and you can get it. I did a Scourge. It was all 1-3s and 2-3s, and my opponent cleared it with a Waste Warden. Wow, nice positioning, Red. Did I tune into a 12-0? Yeah, I can't believe it. 3 12-0s in a row. Make sure you guys are hitting the follow and the subscribe and the comment on YouTube. Hopefully when I went pee, that part got cut out. If not, I apologize on behalf of myself. And thanks everybody for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed that run. Scrumbach, thank you for the follow. Everybody spam so you can be on a YouTube video in chat now. You guys can probably still make it. We'll leave in when we're opening the boxes here. But don't say anything too bad or you'll be in big trouble. Sylveon, thank you for your follow. Say hi to YouTube. Even though YouTube is vastly superior in every way imaginable,